Good evening. My name is Brandy Martinez. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to create an origami jumping frog. But before I do that, let me give you a little bit of background information about origami and some reasons as to why I have come to enjoy doing origami. Origami is a Japanese word for paper folding. When origami was first created, it was only used by elites. Monks began to do origami for religious purposes. They used it in ceremonies because it symbolized sincerity and purity. Over time, they came to realize that it could also be used as an educational tool because it activated the entire brain. Why do I like origami? Origami is something that has always interested me. Taking a flat piece of paper and turning it into something that is more meaningful is what caught my eye. I love challenges. They make me take a step back and look at things in a different perspective. As a young girl in high school, I have noticed that origami is extremely beneficial. It has helped improve my spatial perception as well as my logical sequential thinking. The materials that you will need to create this origami jumping frog is just a piece of paper. For this, I am just using a regular piece of pink construction paper. I find that it is easier to use a piece of origami paper because it makes all the folds more precise. However, any piece of paper will work for this specific project. Also, I chose some colored pencils and a pen. This is just so that I could decorate my frog at the end and put little eyes on it, as I did here. To begin, you're going to take the top corner of the piece of paper and fold it towards the middle, making a triangular shape. You're then going to repeat this on the opposite side. After you have folded it on the opposite side, you are going to fold the top end towards the bottom to meet up with that. Now I'm going to open it up and gather everything so that it makes a triangle. Now that you have gathered everything together to make a triangle, you're going to bring the bottom half of the paper up to meet the triangle. You should now have a little figure that looks as if it's a house. You are now going to fold the bottom edges of this shape towards the middle, leaving out the top of the triangle. You're going to repeat this step on the opposite side. You should now have a figure that looks as if it's an arrow. You're now going to fold the bottom part up to meet with the triangle again. You're now going to take the edges of the bottom rectangle and fold them towards the middle, creating little triangles. Now that you have folded the bottom to make two little triangles, you're going to fold the edges of your big triangle up. You want to make sure that they are at a slant, because if you fold them like this, they're just going to be hiding and you're not going to be able to see the front of your frog legs. So make sure you fold them at an angle. Repeat this on this side. So now you should have an object that looks like this. With the little triangles that you have created on the bottom, you're then going to take only the bottom half of the triangle and begin to pull it out like so. You're going to repeat this on the opposite side. So you're only going to take the bottom half, pull it out. You should now have a hexagon-like figure. You're going to take the edges of the hexagon and fold towards the bottom. This is going to create the bottom legs of your frog. You now just need to flip it over and you have a frog. Now you're going to work on the jumping part. Now that you have a frog, you're going to create the part that's going to exhilarate your frog up in the air. You're going to fold the back of the frog, the front of the frog towards the back legs. You're then going to want to fold this part of the frog back over itself. This will help your frog to jump further. Now that you have created your jumping frog, you might have to mess around with the folding in the back. You will notice that the further you fold your frog back, the further your frog will jump. Although it is hard to fold towards the back of the frog because of the thickness of paper, so just play around with it. This next step is optional. As you can see, I have 2 colored pencils and a pen. I'm going to create eyes for my frog. I'm now going to decorate my frog. You can decorate it however you want. I'm just going to put some zigzags on there. You now have created a decorated origami jumping frog. I chose to demonstrate how to create an origami jumping frog because it is not only fun, but it is extremely beneficial. Origami is all around us and can serve as a source of inspiration to others. It can also help others to appreciate the world around them more. Therefore, it does not matter how old you are. Origami will help to get everybody engaged. And when it comes to making things fun, origami is above the fold.